Practical tips for meditation. What is meditation and how to do it? These are extracts from talks with Ramana Maharshi. A conversation. In answer to a question by a long-time resident attendant, Maharishi said, "Everybody complains of the restlessness of the mind. Let the mind be found, and then they will know." True, when a man sits down to meditate, thoughts rush up by dozens. The mind is only a bundle of thoughts. The attempt to push through the barrage of thoughts is unsuccessful. If one can by any means abide in the self, it is good. For those who are unable to do so, chanting or meditation, that is, japa or dhyana, is prescribed. It is like giving a piece of chain to an elephant to hold in its trunk. The trunk of the elephant is usually restless. It puts it out in all directions when taken out in the streets of the town. If given a chain to carry, the restlessness is checked. Similarly with the restless mind. If made to engage in japa or dhyana, other thoughts are warded off, and the mind concentrates on a single thought. It thus becomes peaceful. It does not mean that peace is gained without a prolonged struggle. The other thoughts must be fought out. Another conversation. Mrs. Jennings, an American lady, asked a few questions. Visitor. Is it not better to say, "I am the Supreme Being," than ask, "Who am I?" Maharshi. Who affirms? There must be one to do it. Find that one. Visitor. Is not meditation better than investigation? Maharshi. Meditation implies mental imagery, whereas investigation is for the reality. The former is objective, whereas the latter is subjective. Visitor. There must be a scientific approach to this subject. Maharshi. To reject unreality and seek the reality is scientific. Visitor. I mean, there must be a gradual elimination, first of the mind, then of the intellect, then of the ego. Maharshi. The self alone is real. All others are unreal. The mind and intellect do not remain apart from you. The Bible says, "Be still and know that I am God." Stillness is the sole requisite for the realization of the self as God. Visitor. Will the West ever understand this teaching? Maharshi. There is no question of time and space. Understanding depends on ripeness of mind. What does it matter if one lives in the East or in the West? Another conversation. A gentleman, doctor by profession, came here with his wife to visit Maharishi. He was in the hall when Maharishi came in after lunch. Then he asked, "How should I meditate? I do not have peace of mind." Maharshi. Peace is our real nature. It need not be attained. Our thoughts must be obliterated. Visitor. I have been trying to obliterate them, but I am not successful. Maharshi. The Gita method is the only one for it. Whenever mind strays away, bring it back to bear on meditation. Visitor: I cannot bring my mind to meditate. Another devotee said, an elephant puts its trunk here and there and feels restless. If a length of chain is given to it, the trunk holds it and is no longer restless. Similarly, mind without an aim is restless. With an aim, it remains at peace. Visitor: No, no, it is all theory. I have read many books, but no use. It is practically impossible to make the mind concentrate. Maharshi: Concentration is impossible so long as there are predispositions. They obstruct bhakti, devotion also. The interpreter advised the questioner to study Who Am I? The doctor was ready with his protestations. He said, I have read it also. I still cannot make my mind concentrate. Maharshi: By practice and dispassion. Abhyasa vairagyabhyam. Visitor: Vairagya, dispassion is necessary. Maharshi: Abhyasa and Vairagya are necessary. Abhyasa, practice, is concentration on one thought only. Vairagya, dispassion, is the absence of diffused thoughts. The one is the positive and the other the negative aspect of meditation. Visitor: I am not able to do so by myself. I am in search of a force to help me. Maharshi: Yes, what is called grace. Individually, we are incapable because the mind is weak. Grace is necessary. Sadhu seva, service to the Guru, is meant only for it. There is, however, nothing new to get. Just as a weak man comes under the control of a stronger one, the weak mind of a man comes under control easily in the presence of the strong-minded sadhus. That which is only grace. There is nothing else. The questioner said, I request your blessings. Maharishi said, Yes, yes.